Rusya'nın Ukrayna'yı işgali sonrası birçok batılı ülke Moskova üzerinde baskı kurmak amacıyla ekonomik yaptırım kararı aldı. Kabul edilen yaptırımlar arasında Rusya lideri Putin'e destek veren Rus oligarkların mal varlıklarına el koymada yer alıyor. Batılı ülkeler bu yolla Rus oligarkların Ukrayna'daki savaşı bitirmesi için Putin'e baskı oluşturmasını hedefliyorlar. Yaptırım listesine en son alınanlar arasında İngiliz futbol takımı Chelsea ve Evraz şirketlerinin de sahibi Rus milyarder Roman Abramovich de yer alıyor. Rus oligarklar paralarının bir kısmını offshore hesaplarda tutarken bir kısmını da farklı şehirlerdeki emlak ve futbol takımları gibi işlere yatırım yaparak değerlendiriyor. Birleşik Krallık'ın başkenti Londra'da Rus oligarklar tarafından sevilen ve yatırım yapılan bir şehir. Dünyanın uşağı İngiltere nasıl zenginlerin, vergi kaçakçılarının, kleptokratların ve suçluların hizmetkarı oldu kitabının yazarı Oliver Bullough, Londra'nın Rus oligarklar arasında neden sevildiğini ve popüler olduğunu anlatıyor.
I should say, for starters, that it's not just a haven for Russian oligarchs, it's a haven for any oligarchs. You name them, we have them. Essentially, Britain, I mean, obviously, anyone who's been to London knows that it has lots going for it. If you're wealthy, there's lots to buy. We have, top-end shops, we have schools, great universities, all of these things. But we have a second advantage that doesn't really get discussed so much, which is that though your wealth is very secure here, it's protected by the British legal system, by the British police, it's not going to be investigated by the British legal system either. So essentially, if you bring your wealth here, wherever it comes from, whatever its origin, it's safe, which means that it isn't just a great place to spend money, it's also a really great place to keep money, and you can keep it here forever.
Rus oligarklar Londra'yı o kadar seviyor ki Birleşik Krallık'ın başkentinin bir takma adı dahi olmuş. Londongrad. Yolsuzlukla mücadele eden aktivistlerin hesaplamalarına göre Putin'le bağlantısı bulunan Ruslar son yıllarda Londra'da sadece emlak alanında 2 milyar eurodan fazla yatırım yaptı. Peki Rus oligarklara uygulanan yaptırımlar işe yarıyor mu?
I suppose it depends what it means to say are they working. I'm not quite sure that everyone is in agreement about what the target, the aim of the sanctions is. Some people say that the hope is that by sanctioning oligarchs and costing them money, they will then come to put pressure on Putin, the man who has made them so much money, because they've got rich or got richer during his time in office. Other people say that the oligarchs are essentially extensions of the Russian state. So by freezing their money, you're more or less just freezing Russian state money. I think both of those arguments suggest that what we're trying to do is trying to find policy levers that allow us to put pressure, if not on Putin himself, then on the people around him by depriving them of all the toys, the bling, the luxury goods, the football clubs, the houses, the yachts, all the other stuff that they've accrued during the last 20, 30 years or so. And, I think it's too early to say if they'll work, but I think it's probably worth a shot. It's probably better than most of the other alternative options we've got.
Yaptırımlardan etkilenen Rus oligarklar eski şatafatlı hayatlarına dönmek isterlerse ne yapmaları gerekiyor?
I'd be surprised if our relationship with the Russian oligarchs had changed forever. Western countries, Britain in particular, but not only Britain, have been historically very welcome to bring in anyone with money who wishes to come here and spend money. And I would be surprised if this crisis has lasted long enough for us to permanently turn our back on the Russian oligarchs. However, we need to recognise that as long as this crisis lasts, there will be sanctions on Russia, and it will be much harder for oligarchs to come here and spend their money. So I suppose the answer is what Western politicians want the answer to be, which is if you want to come back and enjoy your bling in our capital cities, you're going to have to tell Putin to stop killing Ukrainians. And that is the challenge. How many of these oligarchs have that kind of influence anymore? How many of them can just walk into Putin and ask him for a favour, like stop invading Ukraine? I don't think any of them do. So I think we're going to have to get used to a world for a while, at least, while this crisis lasts, when the Russian oligarchs are no longer going to be splashing cash in the bars and villas of south of France, or in the mansions of London, or in the islands of Greece or the Caribbean.
Bu yaptırımlarla Rus oligarkların hayatlarında tam olarak ne değişeceği henüz kesin değilken, Avrupa kentleri bir süre oligarkların saçtığı paralardan mahrum kalacağı benziyor.